warning from Mrs. Aquino that there may be real trouble ahead if Marcos tries to steal the election. And President Marcos tells us what he'll do if he loses fair and square.
Nightline, which tonight was honored with its third Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Journalism Award. Tonight's award, a special presentation of a gold baton, the first of its kind in the 44-year history of the annual ceremony. The baton was presented for Nightline's week of broadcast from South Africa in March of 1985.
The history of political skullduggery in the Philippines would make a Chicago ward heeler blush. But one American analyst recently came to an unexpected conclusion. The greatest surprise, he says, is the apparent likelihood that Mr. Marcos can win without force or fraud. His opponent doesn't believe it, though. And in our interview, Mrs. Corazon Aquino issued an ominous warning.
I just want to remind Mr. Marcos that it was he who called for snap elections. And once the people decided to participate, he better watch out if he threatens to frustrate their will again. I'm afraid he will have an angry people on his hands.
Mrs. Aquino, you keep making what sometimes sound like veiled threats and sometimes not so veiled. What do you mean he'd better watch out?
Well, all along I have asked the people, not to engage in any violence. And so far they have listened to me. And if you may recall, just after my husband was assassinated, I did go on radio in our country, and I asked the people, to observe peaceful means and not to resort to violence, and they did obey me. But this time, they have a greater stake in this. It's not just Cory Aquino, but the future of our children and our children's children. So if they think that they have been cheated out of an election, I am afraid they might not listen to me anymore if I still insist on going about this